The end of the week, and here we are. I told you I was going to have Tom Nickel back for another segment, and here he is, sitting right across from me, and he has been all week as we've been getting ready for the Wet Hop Festival that's happening at O'Brien's right smack dab now. Good Lord. What did you put in this beer that I've been drinking, Tom?
I do believe there's hops and alcohol in it.
I can feel it. Apparently, I haven't had enough to eat today, but we may fix that with whatever we're pairing this with. We'll get into shortly. But all week, been drinking fresh hop beers. They're all been Nickel Beer Company beers.
Yeah, all
right?
from Nickel Beer and Julian. And a lot of people doing wet hop beers. It's, post-COVID, it seems to be kind of coming back now. A lot of people doing it. We're going to have over 30 beers at the festival this weekend at O'Brien. So super excited for it. And first time in 10 years, we'll have a beer down from Russian River.
Oh.
First time Society's ever done a wet hop beer.
Really?
So a lot of cool things will be there this weekend.
I will tell you, if you like IPAs and you have not experienced wet hop, I think it's something you should try, but also temper your expectations because it's not going to be a giant hop bomb. When you say wet hops, it's actually it's kind of a less concentrated version of the hops, but you get more of the plant in it.
Yeah,
because
maybe a little more earthy, kind of vegetal spice characteristic. You're using more of the hops because they have so much water weight. They're just freshly harvested. But it doesn't have, maybe the big punch intensity, all these beers that are using cryo hops and hop keef and, all the things that, you see the young kids doing these days, making
Hop
great
keef.
beers. Yeah.
Really?
It's a thing.
Wow.
Yeah, McElhaney Brewing is using it. I think North Park Brewing's using it. I mean, it's, yeah.
So this to me is going more like Grateful Dead than bathtub meth.
Yes, no, definitely.
This is like, hey man, it's cool. You got to try these wet hops. They're green and they're fun. And honestly, if you like IPAs, it's definitely worth giving it a shot because the flavors, you're going to get something that's different, but yet it's still going to be familiar. You're going to get, I think the most mind-blowing one was the Good Show Mr. Olson you brought yesterday, which, I mean, Centennial is a hop that I think all of us are familiar with. To me, it's a fall hop. It's an autumn hop. This is when I'm looking for that Sierra Nevada celebration.
Oh, it's perfect.
It's a warm hop.
To me, wet hop beers are kind of a hybrid between what you would expect from a hazy IPA in terms of maybe a little bit less bitterness, those big juicy hop forward flavors, and a West Coast IPA where they're typically clear, they have some bitterness, so they're still very IPA-like, but they're not going to, maybe be the same level of intensity as, a Society Pupil or, Pizza Port Jetty, but they're going to have a lot of those same types of flavors.
Oh, by the way, happy anniversary.
Thank you very much.
Next week, he celebrates 10 years of Nickel Beer Company. 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years. Yeah, brewed our first beers back in 2013, and hard to believe it's been 10 years. It's one of those things just sort of creeps up on you. It's like, I tell people, it's like, I don't think I'm old enough to have owned O'Brien's for 21 years yet.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, well, apparently I am.
And kicking ass and taking names. And, the Wet Hop Festival this weekend is definitely, if you're in the San Diego area, something to check out. Are you ready to get into our last beer?
I absolutely am.
All right, here it comes because we're in intro mode right now. Well, Tom, I can't say that my scale will miss you with all the fantastic food and beer you've brought me from O'Brien's this week as you've joined me for our happy hour last call every single day. And oh man, some of the stuff, it's like, I always forget how good O'Brien's is, especially when you do your pork belly, especially when you do your wings. I could go on and on and on. And the beer that you've been delivering from Nickel Beer Company, part of the Wet Hop Festival that kicks off, it's right now.
Right now, happening in real time as we speak, and it's where I'll be heading next, and happening all weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, featuring 30 wet hop beers from all over the West Coast.
Well, it culminates in this. I have what looks like tater tots, but I don't think they're tater tots.
They're not tater tots.
And something dank and delicious in my glass. What wet hop beer have you chose to end this week with?
So we're ending on the big note. Our Green Truck Double IPA. This was named for my original brewery delivery vehicle, which sadly was totaled about 8 years ago, but lives on in the name of this beer. It's a 2004 Toyota Tundra. I love that truck to death, literally. And this is an all Amarillo hopped double IPA, just right at 8%, super dry. And again, with a lot of the wet hops, maybe not quite as bitter as you would expect a normal double IPA to be, but just with all of those just big citrus, fruit forward notes in the aroma and flavor. Yeah, just massive Amarillo flavor.
All right, so this is the wet hop beer that feels like the wet hop punch in the face.
Yes.
A lot of the green vegetable beers we drank all week are kind of like IPAs that border on like a pale here in San Diego, but this is your hop punch in the face.
This is the big boy. So this was the end of the week. This is the we're not working tomorrow beer.
Nope. And I'll tell you right now, the Amarillo and the extra alcohol in this beer goes amazing with these fatty little bites here.
The little pork belly bites.
Oh my God, these are crazy.
New standard on the menu at O'Brien. So something, we've been doing something we call birthday bacon for a long time. This is kind of a more appetizer-y version of the same idea, just taking that, seasoned fried pork belly and turning it into a little appetizer there with what we affectionately call the Big Nate sauce after our friend Nate Sirocco.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I can basically go to O'Brien's. I can get the hamburger and this, and I don't need fries.
No.
I've got delicious meat candy and a double IPA. Oh my God. My wife may call you when I die of a heart attack tomorrow, but you know what? I'm living that high life today, baby.
Well, hopefully at least she's enjoying some of the pickles, So.
Oh, the pickles are already half gone. You know my children. No food lasts in my house with a 7 and a 9-year-old. Oh, all right. Let's wrap it all up with a fantastic bow. Green Truck. What do we compare it with?
Well, I'm trucking if you're trucking.
Let's truck together. We're going to end with some Grateful Dead. All right, there you have it. We're all done. We're all wrapped up. We're going to, I may join Tom at O'Brien's after this just because it's around that time. I'm feeling good. I got some pork belly in me. Oh, by the way, pork belly.
Pork belly.
You know. If you don't know, then you don't know. Next week, Remy from Hopnonymous will join me again. I will see you then.